Hi. Good afternoon. It's not good morning. Daylight savings. Totally threw me off. Um, that and I didn't eat well yesterday. Overindulged and I knew it too, so I took a bigger I've been gone for the last 2 days. Spent time with family, and it was really nice to just spend time with family. I hadn't done that in a while, and because a lot of clashing, and to be able to spend time and not get triggered was nice. Like, it was just different. It was nice, and just being present with family, and having just catching up, right? Catching up, and respecting where everyone's at was nice, and just the sense of not being triggered like I used to be, and being able to be in someone's presence and just accepting them for who they are and just laughing. Like, all I could do was laugh, right? When they would say something, or things that used to bother me, and I'm just like, I just laugh it off now because there's nothing I can do, right? They are who they are. But just this, yeah. So I knew I was gonna be away. I'm like, okay, what's the most important thing, right? I'm gonna be with family. They don't eat what I eat usually, and I already foresee myself like eating too much. So I took my ginger chew, a bigger piece. That helped so much. Like, it helped. I'm like promoting the ginger chew that was introduced and that I was taught to me. And I'm just like, you have to try it. And I'm giving people little pieces. And they're like, it's just burning. And I'm like, you could get used to it, right? I'm like, even me, like, I can't do a big old chunk. Like, I have to cut it in small cubes. And I used to need water. Now I don't. Like, I can just chew on it, and it's you get used to it. And that's what that person said. She said, you get used to it. But anyways, we were taught. Oh, did I do my timeline? Yeah, daylight savings, right? March 14th in the afternoon. And so I'm connecting with this person in my family, and we're sharing stories, right, of our spiritual experiences. And this person is of a different, same umbrella, just a different denomination. And happened to talk to her about how this weekend, like, I had pre-planned a lot of my video posts, and the one that came out this morning is the one about the dark side, right? We talk about the word confession and sin, and the funny thing is that happened to like be a theme in this weekend's discussions with them, and I guess it just so happened that Meghan Markle spoke out or was interviewed. I didn't watch it. I don't usually follow celebrities. Like, I just, there was always this sense of like, you see it, right? You see how they respond. They just want to live their life, right? And all of us are like, oh, right? The whole paparazzi stuff. And so I don't usually pay attention to stuff like that. Like, I'll get whiffs of it, and people eventually talk about it. I'm like, okay, and that's how I get the information. And so that was a topic of conversation, that people's perception of them sharing, right, to a certain degree, sharing their truth, and this cycle that's repeated, right, with how much exposure, right, and these limits to exposing the truth, or their truth in terms of how they see it. And so I'm hearing how they're describing the event, because I still have not watched it, but I'm hearing to them, and I'm like, well, that makes sense, right? The sense of hiding those certain truths, right, that we don't want people to see, or are fearful of the judgment that will come of it, and even the perception of them speaking their truth, right, and this sense of like, well, they should have known was coming out in some people, and and then like I guess the consequences of that, and just, you know, and then I just kind of spoke up, and I was just like, well, you know, that's just when you have a platform, right? And then there was judgment on the fact that I guess they got cut off financially or something, and that they're using their platform to promote, you know, their nonprofit or whatever. I still don't know exactly what it is. But nonetheless, I put it, I'm like, good for them, right? They're using their platform. They're using their what they have. That just happens to be what they have, and they're using their platform to speak to what they want to speak to, right? They're fortunate enough to have that. They're just using what they have, really. They're just using what they have. And that's all we can do, right? Is use what we have. And ultimately what we have is ourselves, right? Use yourself. And how you view yourself, right? In terms of your worth, your value, and use it to your advantage, right? But again, being mindful that your platform, there's a sense of responsibility that comes with this platform, right? This sense of like what you say, what you do, how you influence people. And that's a huge responsibility, right? It's a huge responsibility. So that came up, and then there was talk about triggers that were coming up for people when specifically, I guess, when they were being asked about the color of the baby when, you know, she was going to give birth, and then it was expected that someone else that we anticipate has very strong like opinions and can be abrupt in their communication, and then people were getting triggered, and then I'm like, it's miscommunication, just trying to like calm people down, and so then it's just, yeah, it was just funny to me in the back of my head, because I'm just like, that's funny that this video is coming out, getting ready to post, and we're having this conversation the night before, and it's just, again, this repetition, right? And I shared with this other person in my family, just, you know, we had a moment to ourselves. We hadn't really, you know, she's a mom, and it's just having a moment to ourselves to catch her up as to what's happening to me on a personal level, right? And emotionally, and in relationships, and I've been doing that a little bit more, just opening up to the people closest to me about you know, just some of the experiences I've been having, and the, you know, this unique feelings, right? These pulls that I've never experienced before, and with this individual specifically, and just trying to like figure out what I need to do, and or if there's anything left to do, and just kind of leaving, like just processing. That's all I'm doing, is processing it. Not this way, but with an actual person. And she's giving me feedback, and she's making me laugh because she's highlighting certain things, and she's just like, you're so stubborn, and you know, just coulda, woulda, shouldas, right? If like, if you felt this, why didn't you say something in that moment? And I'm just like, I you know, I don't know. and then her sharing, you know, her experiences, and it felt good to like not feel alone, that this weird pull that I'm feeling has been felt before by someone else, and where that led, right? And then she's just like, just, you know, have faith that things will turn out as they should. I'm like, yeah, I know, I need to have faith. And you know, I'm not perfect. I'm all, like I mentioned before, I'm not a Pollyanna all the time. and I happened to, yeah, this morning was a heavy morning. It was I got emotional a little bit, just a little, just a little, when I was crying, and when I was meditating, and I just sitting with it, right? Just sitting with it, and thinking about this weekend, and the love that I felt, you know. And I went to bed with my, you know, my nieces and my nephews were like, you're spending the night, and they wanted to sleep with me, and And it just so happened that the house, the heater broke. I'm all, hell yeah, let's sleep in the same bed, right? Because I had each twin on this side. And I felt their warmth and they're hugging me, and it felt nice to be loved, you know, to feel that love from them. I don't spend as much time with them, and it's nice. It felt nice. It felt good to just be surrounded by family. Because I kind of retreated to my space, you know. But then I was itching to come home. I was itching to come home too. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm done with my connections. Like I miss my alone time. And so that happened, and then I was this morning just praying and meditating, talking to God, and then I'm thinking, just reflecting on the week, the trips to the shop, the different experiences that I had, the dreams that I've had, a painting that I saw, and how it resembled, you know, one of the waves, and what it looked like, and it just almost felt like there was like it. I think I described it where it's like there was this grayish tone in the background and then blue on the side, and then it was like maybe 2/3 of the way with blue. It was a nice blue too, and then there was like this like like this squirt right across the way, and it felt like it was just kind of wanting to like move. And just thinking about that painting, and I noticed that when the waves that I saw this morning it was different. Like it was just different. Like there was a lot, but it was just like I don't know how to describe it. There was movement for sure. There was just a lot. There's just a lot of movement, and a glow. Definitely like a huge glow. When I sat with certain thoughts, certain thoughts, certain memories, certain images that I was reflecting on, it was like it was in the background, but then the light would kind of like fill me up a little bit more. Like when I thought about the painting, you know, I felt the light, and certain memories, like I felt the light, and it was like warm, and it just felt good. It just felt good. And I kind of didn't want to leave that space. I didn't want to leave that space because it just felt good. It just felt good to be in that space and have that memory, and just it just felt good. Just the memories felt good. And then I'm thinking, well, does that mean my heart's healed? Am I ready to go on to the next? And I'm like, no, I know I need to sit with it some more. I know I need to sit with it some more and just be, and did my spread, and you know, actions and advice, temperance. So I'm like, okay, just sit with it some more. So I felt better after, you know. I felt better after. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and then I got like good feedback too on some of the old. I mean, I can't change the old videos. They are what they are, right? And I know a family member said, you know, I mentioned something. I'm like, the whole purpose of it is for people to feel it so that they can heal it. That's really the message, right? Feel it so you can heal it. And she's like, I like that. She's like, I would have been nice to know that before I watch your videos, before I see you falling apart, because then I don't know what's going on, and it hurts to watch you. So I was like, well, I added a new, you know, a second video to the end. She's like, you need to do something in the beginning. I'm like, okay. So I might add something to the beginning. I need to figure out, I'm on this free trial of using the Mac stuff. What is it? No, it's not GoPro. Dang it, I had to post it somewhere. You know that free Mac thing for the videos? MacBook Pro or something like that. I signed up for the free trial. So I need to do that. And revisit my finances and figure out what I need to do next in that respect. Because I'm starting to feel a little worried, just a little, just a little, you know. So I need to do something. Yeah, I need to do something about that. So, that's about it for now. An update, because I've been gone for 2 days. And oh, someone from, I think he's French, reached out. He has this really cool travel YouTube channel. He subscribed to my Instagram account, and I checked out his channel, and it's all this like travel stuff, and I like that he describes like where he's going. It's just 3 hours and 33 minutes left. So that's like, and he talked about like how to help each other, I guess, how to help each other. So I was like, sure, that'd be great, because I don't know what I'm doing on YouTube. And then I saw one of his videos, and he speaks French, and I've been wanting to learn French. Like, it's on my Duolingo thing to learn French. So I'm excited that he just reached out, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not turning away any opportunities, right? Like feeling it out, right? Discerning. I'm like, okay, he has a lot of YouTube followers, but the videos, the travel videos that I saw seem really neat. So I'm gonna look into that, because I do plan on doing some travel, at least for the next 3 years, for sure. 3 years. You know, just like I mentioned before. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but at least 3 years. I think a good 3 years before I'd slow down. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what things turn out. So that was it. Just an update. Hope you guys slept well today. And, yeah, have a good day. Bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you know, we'll see what else comes next for me.